Hello budget people and welcome back to my channel. My name is She's on a Budget and today we are back for another video. In this video I'll be closing down my budget for week 4 of May and my overall monthly budget too. So if that sounds like something that you'd be interested in watching, stay tuned. Okay guys, so welcome back to the channel. I do hope you are all well. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for clicking on yet another video. And if you're new to the channel and you like what you see, do not forget to hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you are kept up to date with all of my future videos. But guys, we are back for another close of month and May has been interesting. I have to say, in terms of unexpected expenses, not a lot, but in terms of spending, a lot has gone on, and you'll see my transaction log in my sinking fund video. Today I'm just going to go through my expenses for the last week of the month, and I'm also going to show you exactly how much money I took in for May and how much money was spent. So let's go through. I'm going to put down my expense stickers, guys, and to be fair on me, my expenses have been really good this week. So groceries, I spent £35.69 in the shop. So I mean, compared to last week, we spent £52. Obviously the week before we had a massive spend with HelloFresh and such, but yeah, I've done quite well this week. This check-in is from the 20th until the 31st, so it's just over a week, guys. But yeah, this was on the 23rd. And yeah, for such a small bill, it managed to keep us for quite a long time. But I did do a larger spend the week before, so we had quite a few things left over. And I also spent £10 on my household. So from my household budget, we spent £10 on that day as well. So I'm just gonna put this down here. And then in terms of my other expenses, so utilities, I spent £40 for utilities, and that was on the 25th. And then my last expense sticker is for fuel. And I only spent £20 this week, guys. £20 on fuel. I did really well. Last weekend, we went to Nottingham for Jada's competition because she gets money for training and such. She contributed to that, so I didn't have to put any petrol in the car until the Thursday. So yeah, we were really lucky in that respect. Yeah, that is all done in terms of my expenses. Let's see how this looks in the weekly check-in. So I've got my weekly check-in page here. I'm going to start with my groceries first of all. At the beginning of the week, I put in £50 into my grocery envelope. I spent £35.69, so £35.69, which left me with £14.31, which I am so happy about, guys. £14.31. Have money left over at the end of the week is just amazing. And then in terms of household, my household budget, I put in £10 at the beginning of the week and I spent the full amount. So there shouldn't be anything left in that envelope. Fuel at the beginning of the week, I put in 35 and I spent 20. So I should have £15 left in that envelope. Utilities, at the beginning of the week, I put in 40 and I spent 40. So we shouldn't have anything left over in that one. And then in terms of unbudgeted expenses, for the first time this month, for the first time this month, I haven't gone over any of my envelopes, and I'm so happy about that, guys. Finally, we reined it back in. I think I was on a bad footing for the first 2 weeks, as you can see, over budget here, slightly over budget here. I think this was like a knock-on effect from the previous 2 weeks. But yeah, I mean, I'm just glad I've managed to rein it back in again. You may be thinking, I've got some extra money here and I can put this money now toward Debt Snowball. But even though I've come in under this week, because I was over for the last 3 weeks, I'm still in a deficit, guys. So I won't have any extra money to put to Debt Snowball. I can just replace the money that I took out from my emergency fund with this money now. So I don't have any money left in that envelope. But in terms of my fuel envelope, because I've been running in a positive for the last 3 weeks, I do have some money in that one. So here is my fuel envelope and here is the £15. I hope that makes sense. Last week I ripped this £5 note, but I went and got a new one. So I've got a nice new one to add to my Debt Snowball envelope. But yeah, those are all of my envelopes checked in. And I'm just so pleased I managed to get things back on track for the last week of May. Okay, so moving on to my monthly budget. So my overall monthly budget, I'm just going to close that down as well. I'm going to start off with my income for this month. And as I've said in my last few videos, I've taken a massive drop in my variable income, and it's definitely had a major effect on my expenses and outgoings this month. So I'm not expecting anything great from this budget, guys. In fact, I'm expecting to be quite over budget for probably the first time this year. So yeah, I'm a little bit anxious about it, but I do have a plan for next month. Okay, so starting with my income, I predicted that I'd be receiving £1,935 for my main job, and that was true to the case. So yeah, I have received that amount in terms of salary. My variable income this month though, instead of the £528.55 that I usually get, I only received £293.07. So that was a massive hit there as well. My Etsy income, I still took my £30 stipend that I take from the business. And then my rollover obviously was the same because I saved that money from the previous month, and that was £575. So my actual total for income this month was £2,833.07. Okay, so in terms of any variances, so instead of the 528.55, I actually had 293.07. So that's a variance of £235.48. Okay, and all of my other predictions were correct. We're running at a deficit of 235.48 for that. So yeah, this amount here is definitely going to have a knock-on effect, guys, for the rest of my budget. And also moving on to my variable expenses, you'll see that because I was over budget with groceries, that is also going to impact the budget as well. So I predicted that I budgeted £200 for groceries this month, and in actual fact we spent £228.46. So we're running at a deficit there of £28.46. So minus 28.46. And then in terms of household utilities and fuel, we managed to stay on budget. So the £40 I put in for household, we spent 160 for utilities and 140 for fuel. In fact, to be honest, the actual amount I spent on fuel this month was a lot lower than £140. A lot of this money did go into my Debt Snowball envelope, so I may have some wiggle room here in adjusting the amount I put in for next month. But in total, we're looking at £568.46. That is the amount that I actually spent for my variable expenses. We didn't have any variances here, so we are £28.46 over our budget. And then in terms of my fixed expenses, so I came in and adjusted my rollover for June, but I think I'll be changing it again anyway. I budgeted £600 for it. I definitely will be changing that amount for June. But in terms of my fixed expenses, all of the other expenses were accurate, true to the amounts that I said I was going to be paying. So in total for fixed expenses, we were looking at £2,455. So coming down to my breakdown, I predicted an income of £3,068.55, but my actual income was £2,833.07. Sorry guys. And then in terms of my outgoings, I'm going to add them together. So we had £568.46. Add the £2,455 gives me £3,023.46. Okay, so you can see guys, I'm going to take away my income, so £2,833.07 minus the 3023.46 is £190.39. Okay, so we are over budget by quite a lot of money, guys. Now, obviously, you know, I've paid all of my bills already, so this deficit here only going to affect my rollover. So although I've budgeted £600 for June, it's definitely not going to be 600. We're looking at close to like the £400 mark. So I'm definitely going to have to see what I can change around in order to try and hit that target or get as close to it as possible. Probably going to be putting a lot less money into my sinking funds to try and balance that out. All of my other expenses are quite fixed, and then looking at my variable expenses, I may need to come in and adjust my fuel budget, as I said, and may look at my grocery budget. So there is a little bit of wiggle room, but as I always say, try to make your budgets as flexible as possible, because you never know when your income is going to be impacted, and you need to know how you're going to survive even though that income is a lot lower than usual. So yeah, that is a lesson learned for me. I'm not too worried. As you know already, I do have a lump sum that I have in my emergency fund that I can tap into if I needed to, but that would be only for an emergency, and I can still see a little bit of wiggle room that I can maneuver to make this fit for June. But yeah, stay tuned for my June budget video to see exactly how I do that. But yeah, that is my budget for May, all closed down. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to do is tick off my expense stickers. I didn't do my expense stickers for the week before as well, guys, so I'm just doing them as well. I totally forgot, and you guys obviously didn't remind me, so it's your fault. But yeah, I'm ticking off all of my expense stickers and my bill due stickers for the month because they are all done. And I'm coming in with my no spend stickers because we have a whitewash for the last week of the month. Okay guys, so that's all for now. May is officially closed down. I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel and you like what you see, do not forget to hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you're kept up to date with all of my latest videos. And I'll speak to you in the next one. Bye guys.